Imagine walking in the doors of a business and walking back out feeling way better than you did. You're about to learn all about it. Thank you for being here, my man.
Thanks for having me. I'm honored. This is great. Thank you.
Now, before we jump into it and talk about all the details of your business, I just want people to know that I've known you for a really long time.
Very long time.
We've trained together. We've traveled, done some things together.
You've choked me out a few times here and there.
And you're the strongest fire chief that I've ever had time to spend, got the chance to spend time with.
Right, that's funny.
But you're a good guy, and I know where your heart is, and you really want to help people and make a difference. And so it's exciting to see that you got into this new business. So share with those who are like listening in for the first time, like what this business is, and then we'll go deeper into like all of the things that you guys make available to people.
Sure. This originally was started. This concept was with a friend of mine, because we were seeing what was happening with firefighters and police officers and people in the military that didn't get exposure to this. They just wondered why they were tired, why they were exhausted, why they felt at the end of the day after they worked, they couldn't work anymore, but they knew they had to go back to work the next day. So the way the program was developed was basically to make this type of, the fancy word is interventional endocrinology, which is hormone therapy, to make it available to blue collar guys like myself. So we took that and it's kind of been expanded, and I've moved along with another physician to make Conejo Valley Advanced Wellness like we have here, available to all the families, regular Joes, moms and dads, soccer coaches of Ventura County is where we are. And that's kind of where I live and my family is. And we wanted to give back to the community and open our business right here in town.
I mean, and so many things that you guys do make available, like in your facility. Let's just start with one, like the average guy that comes to you. What is he looking for?
The average guy comes in and says, I'm really tired of being tired.
Okay.
I'm really so sick and tired of being sick and tired. And so everything we do starts, I like to say we treat our people physiologically, not just physically or through diet. We start from the beginning. We draw bloods in the office. We do in-office phlebotomy to basically give a roadmap of where they are right now. And people have no idea what's going on inside their bodies, even though they're trying to eat right and exercise and do everything right. Unless you look at things from the inside, there's no way to figure out what is the right direction to go.
So give me an example of someone who came in and they said, you know what, Michael, I am feeling a little tired. I heard great things about what you're doing here. And then tell me what happened after they got your treatment, and what would they say if they were here right now?
Wow. It's the biggest thing I like to say about my patients is we make sure the patients are educated and independent. My office isn't set up where you have to hook the patient in, where they have to come in every week. It's better. It's like to have somebody educated. They know their body. Mm-hmm. They understand what's going on. It makes them a better patient. It makes them more compliant, because if they know they're going to go down the road of success, because we show them, the results are better. So normally a patient comes in, like you said, they're not feeling very good. And the first thing we do is we draw bloods. We make sure that they've fasted for 10 to 12 hours. We draw bloods in the office, and they come back a few days later with results, and they sit with a doctor. When they sit with a doctor, Dr. Alan Lawrence, he's been a doctor since 1967. So he's seen a few patients in his days. He's done everything from cardiac and cancer and hormone replacement therapy, anti-aging. He's written 22 books on health and nutrition. So the guy's been around a lot. The patient walks out and goes, wow, now I see why I feel the way I feel. So he will sit and put together protocols for the patient to address certain areas of the fancy word is the endocrine system. So basically we address a lot of the major hormones where men come in, and we'll kind of focus on the men right now. They come in with usually low testosterone, low pituitary gland function, so their bodies can't heal or recover. They have adrenal fatigue. Even though they're exercising like madmen and trying to eat a good diet and eat clean, they're just not getting the results. And we kind of look at it from the inside of why isn't it working?
That makes total sense. So then that person may benefit from I guess, balancing their hormones.
Correct. So,
And as a result, that guy comes back and says, Michael, I feel like I'm, let's say he's 50. He goes, I feel like I'm 18.
yeah, it's true. It's really funny. So depending on which direction we go, we only do the bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. We don't do anything synthetic. So everything is 100% safe. It takes an average guy 5 to 6 weeks. All of a sudden he's like, hey, my shirts fit a little different. My pants are a little bigger. I'm waking up in the morning a little happier than I normally used to feel. And then at 8 weeks, we'll draw their bloods again. And now we look at that 8-week difference between week 1 and week 8. We actually have an item to show them, look, this is where you were when you came in, your levels, your hormone levels or whatever we're trying to address. And here's where you are now. We have certain ranges that we follow. So I'm just pulling these numbers. These are random numbers. Let's say somebody comes in and they feel I'm really tired and their total testosterone is around 300, let's say. And the guy's 48 and he's exercising. He's got 2 kids. He's got a job. And even if we double that in 6 weeks or 8 weeks, he's still got more room to play with. But the thing that the doctor looks at is making sure that the patient is safe. We only practice good medicine. A lot of people are doing testosterone therapy without being as thorough as we are. So I like to say, again, the patient is educated, independent, and they know that they're feeling good and all the ranges are in safe operating range, so we say. So that's how they're going to get the most benefit. In the long run, they'll have, no negative side effects.
See, I love that. And it's one of those things where you're starting to see more facilities similar. I'm not going to say the same as yours because I know that you guys have protocol in place where you're looking out for the best interest of the patient.
Correct.
And you're not just, jumping on a trend just to make money.
Right.
You're actually you're really helping people.
Yes.
So that being said, if I'm not a guy, because I get why the guys come in, like thinking testosterone, you hear stories, I can go there and maybe they can help me, or at least I can rule out why I'm feeling the way I feel.
Right.
Women, are they coming in for the same thing?
Women as well. We actually advise when a guy comes in to have his wife come in with him. It's kind of a touchy subject if you start kind of delving into the sexual dysfunction and some other things. If a guy doesn't feel like a guy, it's going to affect all areas of his life. Same with a woman. If she doesn't feel beautiful and sexy and, the whole sexual thing that goes on between the two of them kind of disappears. So what's amazing is we've had some couples that have come in, been together for 25 years. And we told them, listen, if you guys are going to do this, do it together. And once the man becomes optimized and the woman becomes optimized, they're like kids again. It's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean, where the woman is chasing the man around. And it's right. Amazing to see that happen, how the guy becomes optimized, he feels great. The woman becomes optimized, she feels great. And they're living life like they should, full of vibrancy, and they're lustful for each other and they're in love. It's really amazing to see that change.
See, I like that it's not just about, fat loss.
Right.
That it's touching on areas that a lot of people don't even talk about.
Correct.
And if I can improve that part of my abilities, why wouldn't I?
Sure.
And, what made me chuckle earlier is I was thinking about, like, imagine the guy that goes in and the wife doesn't, and they both could benefit the same, but one does and the other one doesn't. I mean, that could break up a marriage.
Well, I hate to say it, but we've had a few incidents like that.
Right.